life I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm not here for bragging, boasting. Ain't lying, I've been chosen. Mind is burning, heart's exploding. This is my magnum opus.
Today, I wanted to teach you how to work out smarter than last time for better results by sharing some great dynamic warm-ups that all of you should be doing before any shoulder exercises to help prevent injury and improve the quality of your workouts.
One thing I won't do is let you tell me that I can't be great. Who gon' stop me now? Can't be great. Who gon' stop me now?
So the original plan was to just film a shoulder workout, which I did, but then I realized this was probably a better and more responsible place to start. To teach you how to warm up your shoulders the right way before I throw any exercises at you in the part 2 of this video, because I want you to be able to reduce your risk of injury, stay pain-free, and set you up to be able to get the most out of your workouts. And for those of you who think you're above doing any dynamic warm-ups before shoulder day, or before any other workout for that matter, I want you to take a good long hard look in the mirror and ask yourself if you really want to have bionic joints installed by the age of 50 and have your grandkids call you Grandpa RoboCop. Yeah, I thought so. So the shoulder may seem like a simple ball and socket joint, but it's much more complicated than you might think, as each is made up of 2 separate joints and held together by a complex structure of ligament and muscle attachments. While strengthening the shoulders and building up the muscles in and around that area is usually the goal with resistance training, keep in mind one of the main functions of the shoulder joint is to maximize mobility as well. In order to build muscle size and strength while maintaining that mobility and increase your chances of staying pain and injury free, not only should you be intelligent with your exercise selection, use generally safe and good form, train with a balanced approach in your program design, but also always warm up properly before getting after it. Unfortunately, that last part often isn't stressed enough, and it can go a long way to help maximize your mobility and muscle activation of the various rotator cuff muscles during your workout, while also helping keep you from getting injured by training cold muscles. I'll show you a few of my favorite dynamic warm-ups for shoulders today, and I generally include these and some others in the programs I create for my online FitLabb clients, depending on the individual situation. So to perform these warm-ups, you should have a basic set of resistance bands, and I'll include a couple affiliate links in the description for you to use if you want to pick up an inexpensive but very good set to use at home. I also highly recommend saving this video to a playlist so you can reference back to it easily in the future. And don't forget to also hit that thumbs up button right now and subscribe, turning notifications on if you haven't already, or you might miss part 2 of this video, which I'll link up here somewhere when it's live, not to mention all the other great content I have coming soon after that. The first warm-up and mobility exercise is the resistance band external rotation. Everyone should do this at the start of a shoulder workout and even another 1 or 2 times each week, as it has many benefits, including increasing the stability of your shoulder at the rotator cuff. If you're someone who sits at a desk for many hours a day, you probably spend a lot of time with your shoulders internally rotated forward, which can lead to pain and injury over time. That makes this simple exercise even more important for those of you who do that. The main muscles targeted here are the infraspinatus, posterior deltoid, and teres minor, along with some other stabilizer muscles as well. If you're just starting out with this one, try performing it from a static position, anchoring the resistance band in a door or around something sturdy like a pole or beam at the same height you're going to hold it at. Begin by standing next to whatever the band is anchored on, holding one end of it straight out in front of you with whichever hand is furthest from where it's anchored. Keep your elbow at a 90-degree bend with some tension applied to the band. Hold this position without movement for about 10 to 15 seconds for 2 to 3 sets, alternating sides with each set. As you get stronger in that static position, you can move your body a bit further from where the resistance band is anchored to increase the difficulty. Or just use a thicker band, and after at least a few sessions performing that static hold, you can introduce the moving part of this exercise. Incorporating that movement is pretty simple. Start in the same exact position, keeping your elbow slightly off your body, which you can also optionally do by using a small rolled towel tucked between your elbow at your side to help maintain that form throughout the range of movement. Rotate your arm externally outward against the resistance, keeping your wrist in a neutral position and your elbow at a 90-degree angle. Bring it back eccentrically at about half speed. Do this for about 12 to 15 reps for 2 to 3 sets, making sure you don't use too much resistance or increase the load used too rapidly, as this one is not at all about pushing heavy weight. The second warm-up is the resistance band shoulder press. Attach the middle of a resistance band to a source directly in front of you and at mid-chest height. And while holding the handles as if you're performing a normal shoulder press, step back a bit until you feel some resistance. If you're doing this for the first time, it's better to start with less resistance to get used to the movement, But this one shouldn't be about using heavy weight either, even if you increase the resistance a bit over time. Press the band upwards, just like doing a typical shoulder press, pausing briefly at the top as you feel your shoulders being engaged, and lower it back down to the starting position, pausing briefly again before doing the next rep. Go for about 12 to 15 reps for 2 to 3 sets to get the muscles firing properly and warmed up. Since the resistance is pulling mostly from diagonally in front of you, it forces the rear delts to be engaged as well as your rotator cuff. The third exercise are band pull-aparts, and these are very simple to do with just a basic resistance band, but can make a big difference for you. There's a few different variations of this one, but we'll cover the horizontal version today. So go grab a lighter resistance band to start, keeping at least some tension in it with your arms straight out in front of you at about shoulder width. Pull the band horizontally apart with both hands, taking a couple seconds to extend your arms straight out to your sides. Pause briefly before slowly bringing your arms back inward during the negative part of the motion, going a bit slower in this direction. You don't need to pull the bands as far apart as possible to have it touch your chest like you see me doing in the video, since you'll still get the benefits of this even if you stop a bit short of that. Pull-aparts are great for shoulder health as they focus in on engaging and strengthening your rhomboids among other muscles in your upper and middle back that help retract your scapula and stabilize your shoulders during many overhead pressing movements. Depending on who you talk to, this next one has a few different names, but for today, we'll call them pass-throughs, and they're great at getting the shoulders a bit more mobile and primed for the workout ahead. Start by holding a band in front of you with your palms facing down just above your legs and your hands wider than shoulder width. Pull the band slightly apart while raising your arms overhead, shrugging your shoulders a bit at the top, and going back down around behind you, stopping when the band touches your lower back. Pause briefly and then bring it back up and around the same way to the starting position. Repeat this for a couple sets of 12 reps or so, and you'll be good to go. Remember, the goal of all these movements is to warm up your muscles to help keep you pain and injury-free in your workouts, as well as to improve your mobility before doing any exercises. Using too much resistance in any of these might remove some of those benefits, since it can end up causing your traps and your other larger muscles to get involved and take over. So don't use a band that provides too much resistance. You also shouldn't feel any pain with any of these, but in the rare case that you do, check your form to make sure you're doing everything correctly. If something still hurts, discontinue doing whatever exercise caused you pain and go see a doctor about it if you feel it's appropriate. I'll discuss static stretching in a future video and why you should never do it before any resistance training, since it's actually a very important topic. Speaking of that, if you're ready to invest in your health and fitness to learn how to sustainably get into the best shape of your life, go visit my website, FitLabb.com, to learn how we can help you achieve all your goals. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, or let us know if you have any other shoulder warm-ups that you prefer to do other than these. And just a quick reminder to make sure you hit that thumbs up button, because it really helps my channel grow. And subscribe if you didn't already do so, because you don't want to miss part 2 coming up soon, which is the actual shoulder workout. Until the next one, always remember to check your ego at the door, and you'll never go wrong if you focus on training smarter than last time. Have a great day. So essentially what you'll do, keeping your elbow tucked at your side. Once you're used to this after several sessions of doing static exercise. Today, I wanted to teach you how to do workouts. Today, I wanted to teach you how to